today's on today's video, I want to talk about this. You remember how a few years, not even that long ago, well, actually it was. It's like, I don't know, like over a couple of decades, women were talking about that bullshit. Um, where I'm an independent woman, I don't need no man for shit. But did y'all notice how since we got this old ass motherfucking idiot in office, you notice how times have gotten extremely hard now, right? Now women are complaining that a lot of men across the board are talking about this 50-50 stuff. Why are y'all complaining about it? That shouldn't even bother y'all, because remember, y'all independent, so y'all shouldn't have no problem with paying 100 by yourself, right? But when men's talk about 50-50, now all of a sudden you hear a lot of women saying, "Oh, hell no. If you can't help me, or not help you, if you can't pay all the bills, you know what I'm saying, and let me keep my money or whatever, then you're not a real man. You're not this, you're not that, or whatever." But I thought y'all was independent. I thought y'all didn't need us so for nothing. So why all of a sudden it's a fucking problem that men are talking about 50-50? And that's kind of fair if you really think about it. These times are hard that we're living in. Where y'all still living in the past? Just like these dudes still living in the past. Like if you expect a 1950s wife, you expect that now. We're in different times now. And these women be complaining about a man still expecting a 1950s wife, but they still expecting a 1950s husband, man. We don't live in those days no more. And even then, back in them times, shit, they was cheating on each other and doing each other wrong too. Just that they wasn't leaving each other like people are nowadays. Now, since that no-fault divorce came out and you could divorce people for whatever reason nowadays, people tend to leave. And most of the time, it's the women filing most of the damn divorces. Back then, it wasn't that easy. It wasn't so simple. That's why they stayed together for so long. But there was cheating, there was abuse, there was alcoholism, there was a lot of stuff going on back then that a lot of us didn't know about. So when men say women were good back in the day, yeah, they were better women because of the times. A lot of them really had no choice. But since they have a choice, it doesn't seem that way. But even the ones that didn't really have a choice, they did some shit behind their husband's back. You really think them women were just sitting around crying and in the house or whatever after he done just beat the shit out of her and then cheated on her and started another family somewhere? Why do you think that they could have like 10 kids, and out of those 10 kids, maybe 7 or 8 of them look just like the husband or both, and you got the two kids or whatever, 2 or 3 out of those 10 that don't look nothing like none of them, but nobody questions that? You see what I mean? That's because she done did some shit, you know what I'm saying, like behind that dude's back. And the reason why he don't care really, he cares, but at the same time, look what he's doing. Look what he did. He started another family somewhere. She started a family, but the only difference about that is that when a woman does it, that's why nowadays you hear that it's worse when a woman cheats, because if a woman cheating, you married, and she have an outside kid, you got to take care of that child. If a man has an outside kid, that woman ain't got to have nothing to do with the kid. That's his responsibility and his responsibility alone. But if you're married, even by law, and she gets pregnant by another dude, that's still your child. You still got to take care of it and provide for it regardless. See what I mean? So sometimes double standards do make sense and need to happen. I understand double standards. I'm not even mad at them, because women could do the stuff that we can't do, that we look down on us, that will look down upon, and vice versa. A man could go out there, especially nowadays, if he go out there and sleep with a few women or whatever, they're gonna. But guess what happens if a man don't sleep with a lot of women nowadays, or he's not sleeping with a woman? Period. They call him an incel, involuntary celibate. They say, "Oh, you a lame. You no woman wants you. You ain't getting no you know what. So, if no woman wants you, why should I want you? You see the double standard in that? But if a woman sleep with a lot of guys, she gonna be called a 304, she for the streets and all that. So like I said, some double standards are necessary, but they kind of make sense or whatever, but you can't really get mad at double standards. But let's get back to this 50-50 shit. Back in the day when the man paid 100 of everything, why do you think he did the shit that he did? Almost like this. If you go to a job and you're under, your boss, he could, your employer could fire you at will. They could not give you overtime. They could overwork the shit out of your ass and not pay you enough. Basically like a form of mental abuse. Talk to you any kind of way. Because if you the type where it's hard for you to get a job, and when you try to go look for other jobs and nobody hiring, but so you're stuck at the job that you're at. Guess what? There ain't nothing that you could do about it. So there goes the same for women. Women back then, the man paid for everything. They came home. If they had a bad day at work, that wife better duck, because if she didn't, she'd have got her ass whooped. You see what I mean? He cheated. He could do whatever the hell he wanted, because all she did was sit around the house. Of course, she cooked and tend to the kids, but he paid for everything. Even though back then, a person with one salary could afford to take care of a whole family, but that's not my point. So what I'm saying now, if y'all want dudes to pay 100, pay for everything, and I do the 50-50, check this out. Don't get mad if he does whatever the hell he want outside of that relationship. Cause that's how life is. Life ain't fair. And life is not, nothing in life is free, my friend. Same thing, even if a dude was laid up with a chick. And then a lot of times these chicks say all that stuff, and they turn around and be talking to these pookies and these ray-rays. They be using their car and driving their car to work and shit like that. And they talking about they don't want no man paying 50-50, but hell, they got niggas laying up with them and they ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing nothing but playing Madden all day. You know what I'm saying? Watching TV or having their homeboys come over smoking weed and shit like that. Come on, man. But the women only complain about that to the guys that they really don't like, man. Come on, let's just be honest. Because if you understand women, you'll understand that a woman will let you get away with a lot of shit if she's into you or she's attracted to you. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? That's just like if how at a job, say for instance you had this fat dude and ugly motherfucker, very you know what I'm saying, and he said something to a woman and she considered sexual harassment. What you think she gonna do? She gonna report that motherfucker to HR, right? But let it be a dude that looks like Idris Elba or something like that, say the same thing he just said or worse. She gonna laugh. Next thing you know, he gonna be fucking her in his office somewhere or in the car on their lunch break. That's one thing a lot of people don't understand. That's the same thing with a guy. You'll treat, if you in a relationship with a woman that you're attracted to, a woman that's gorgeous, you're gonna there's certain things that you'll let slide versus if you was in a relationship with a woman that's not attractive. So let's just keep it real, man. Stop living in a fucking fairy tale. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what a lot of people are doing nowadays, living in a fucking fairy tale. Instead of, like I said, accepting reality for what it is, and that's just life. So if the woman complaining about 50-50, you already know what that means. If she doesn't have a problem with going 50-50 with a dude, that means that's how you know that woman really like you. Because she don't have a problem with it. She's like, anything you say, daddy, you know how they talk and shit like that. They really like a dude, so it is what it is. So, like I said, with this, you want a guy to pay for every fucking thing. remember what comes with that. Like I said, it's like if you had a job, and you need that job to survive. You need that job to pay your bills and all that. Understand what comes along with having that job, or what can come along with it. You might get lucky and get you, have you a nice job or whatever, that you really enjoy doing and that you like. That you have more good days than bad days. So this video, I'm going to call it the 50-50 bros. The bros who demand 50-50 from their wives or girlfriends, which I can understand because times are hard these days. Ain't nobody, and then on top of it, let me just say this before I end the video, right? How you going to expect a dude to pay 100 everything, you come into that relationship with somebody else's kids and you're not even a fucking virgin? If you was a virgin, I could understand. And you want to start a family with him and he has his own, y'all have your own kids together. I can understand you getting special treatment outside of him also paying for everything. That still to me is a little too far-fetched though, even with that, but still I can understand it. I'm not even mad about it. When you come into a relationship, you're not even a motherfucking virgin, dog. First of all, tell them what type of sex you had with a guy before you even met the dude that you're with now, and you expect him to pay 100% of everything. Shut the fuck up with that shit. That don't make no damn sense. Get the fuck out of here with that. So that's pretty much my take on that. And I will be doing another video this week as well with more topics. And once again, it's your boy Mr. Joystick 85. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. You comment what you like. And let's get things cracking. All right. Peace.